So, hey everybody, and welcome back to AzBytes. I'm John, and I'm here again with Ty. And today we've got big news in the AI world. So, Microsoft has built a new AI accelerator chip called the Maia 200. The thing is a beast for running AI. It's three times faster than Amazon's latest AI chips, and it even outpaces Google. So, get this, it's also going to be 30% more cost efficient than anything Microsoft has got in its data centers before. So, in plain English, more speed for less money. What do you think, Ty?
That's absolutely right, John. The Maia 200 is Microsoft's very own AI processor, built specifically for AI inference, which means running all the AI models, not just training them. It's like Microsoft's made a custom engine to run AI more efficiently and the best bit, cheaper. So for the techies out there, it's made with cutting edge 3 nanometer tech and over 140 billion transistors on each chip. So super tiny, super powerful. But what? Don't worry, we'll keep it high level in this session. The key point is the Maia 200 can handle not only today's largest AI models with ease, but the bigger ones in the future as well.
Wow, it's amazing, isn't it, Ty? It's like just see all this tech coming out now. So, effectively, what Microsoft has created is its own AI engine, like you say, rather than relying on any of that kind of off-the-shelf chipset. So, what do you think this means, Ty, for Microsoft and the industry in general? Is this something new?
Well, it's actually part of a major industry trend. So the big cloud providers, so Google with TPUs, Amazon with Trainium, they've been building custom AI chips for a while now. And the nice thing is that Microsoft has joined the party. So it's all in with the strategy as well. For Microsoft, the Maia 200 means more control over its hardware. And that means we're less dependent on third party GPU vendors such as NVIDIA, which everybody loves. In fact, industry analysts says Microsoft's goal uh, is to reduce the total cost of AI at scale. So by using custom chips instead of buying pricey ones and pricey GPUs. So Microsoft can optimize everything then from the chip to the software to basically all our cloud services. And what does that mean? We'll make sure it works all perfectly together. So the kind of vertical integration can lead to a couple of things really, but better performance and reliability for that end user, and broadly for the industry and end users, it intensifies competition. So everyone's racing to build better AI engines, which for me, I think is really exciting.
No, no, it sure is, Ty. I mean, it's just exciting to see the pace of change in the industry over AI as it is today. Now, it really does sound like a bit of a win-win then. So if Microsoft are going to be saving on costs, and those design features essentially that they're going to need, and hopefully those business benefits and all of those cost savings will be passed directly on to those customers that are using them. Well, us, effectively. So I guess maybe let's try and focus in a little bit on some business benefits, Ty. If I'm a business leader, if I'm a CTO, why should I care about Maya 200? What is in it for me, Ty?
All right, sure. So, first thing, first benefit, cost efficiency. So, Microsoft says the Maya 200 delivers 30% better performance per dollar. And that's miles better than any previous hardware choice we'd had. So think of it this way, for businesses running AI services on Azure, it could mean either lower bills or the ability to do more with the same budget. Yeah, so think serve more users or use bigger models without any additional cost. So over time, it's going to be a massive, in fact, huge saving and ROI boost.
Oh no, exactly. 30% improvement in price performance is huge, like you say. So I guess, thinking about it, if you're spending $1 million on AI infrastructure, in theory, this chip could do the same work for 700K, right? Or like you say, do 30% more work for that $1 million.
Exactly. So I suppose the second big benefit is higher performance at scale. Okay, so Maia 200 is extremely fast. All right. We've mentioned it's currently topping, well, in fact, it is the top chip for all clouds in speed. It can churn through AI model inference tasks like generating text or making predictions at an incredible rate. In fact, we've got stats to say Microsoft's using it and running OpenAI's latest GPT 5.2 model. All right. And for us and for anybody who doesn't know what it is, that's the engine behind things like Microsoft 365 Copilot, which everybody loves and knows, and Azure OpenAI services. So if you're a business using large scale complex languages, um, or complex AI or anything like that, Azure's infrastructure can handle it with less latency. So there's no more waiting around trying to grab a cup of coffee, because responses just come an awful lot faster. And let's put it this way, it's really critical, really, that real-time AI apps provide great end user experience. Plus, Maya 200 is built with tons of headroom, and so your AI workloads can grow, and it's going to grow with you, which is perfect.
And it's fascinating to hear. So I guess better performance tie and it's future proofed, even for those larger language models, like you say. Really reassuring to hear that because I guess nobody really wants to invest in an AI platform and then be hit with another wall again when models get bigger and bigger. We've got that capacity baked into the hardware, right?
100%, yeah. So that's great news for customers. Third benefit is, and we sort of touched on this, reliability and integration. So Maya 200 was and is designed to slot straight into the Microsoft Azure data centers without any hitch, glitches, or problems. So Microsoft didn't just build a chip and, like some others do, and just toss it up over the fence and hope for the best. They've actually integrated it into all of our cloud platforms right from the start. So for the guys out there, Scott Guthrie, who's one of the Microsoft Cloud execs, he actually said that it hooks into Azure's management systems for security, monitoring, and uptime. So what is he saying in other words? It is brand new tech, but it's not experimental, it's not fragile, and it's managed in the same level of reliability as any other Azure service. So for customers and businesses, that means you're getting cutting edge hardware, but with enterprise level stability and support. So you can trust all your mission critical workloads to run on it.
Tie, security, reliability, uptime. These are all things that are going to be music to any CIO's ears for sure. The worst case with new tech is, it is worrying that it might be a little bit flaky or kind of underperforming or whatever it might be. But it sounds like Microsoft have really done their homework here and they're careful to avoid that kind of sentiment, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. So they've used a cloud native development approach, which basically is testing everything in simulation, way before the chip's even made. And this just makes sure that the Maya 200 chip arrives, it can be deployed within days, and it means there's no long delays in getting into the tech and putting the technology into the data centers. And the best fit, it just works and it works correctly.
Yeah, it's really impressive, Ty. That kind of approach, it really does impress me. So I guess let's say a company is on Azure and they want to leverage Maya 200. How do they get access to this? Is it automatically used in existing Azure services, or do customers need to do something special, Ty?
Now, that's a great question. So, as of now, the Maya 200 is live in Azure's US Central Data Center, and in the next couple of weeks or so, it's going to be in UK West.
US
The is
West, I heard it was,
so
wasn't it? US West.
US West, that's right. Sorry, and we've got more regions in the pipeline. So Azure will, so Azure will gradually roll it out across the globe. So if you're using Azure services like maybe OpenAI or I don't know, a future VMware SKU or something like that, then that runs on this hardware. So you'll just benefit from doing nothing. which is great. And it'll just work behind the scenes and you're going to get the benefits straight away. However, for those who want more of a hands-on access, Microsoft has launched the Maia 200 SDK, so that's software development kit. It is in preview, but it is really something to get excited about. It's basically a toolkit for developers, AI startups, and even researchers, so you can start optimizing the models with the Maia 200. The kit, or SDK, should I say, supports popular AI frameworks, PyTorch integration, and special compilers, Triton, and optimized libraries. There's even low level. We can even do low level languages for Maya. And for those who would really want to get deep into the nitty gritty. So, for anybody listening out there who's a developer, sign up to a preview and try and run your AI workloads on the Maia 200. Fine tune them to squeeze out all that performance you can possibly get. And Microsoft even provides a simulator and a cost calculator so you can estimate the efficiency gains, which is brilliant.
No, it sure is, Ty. So on one hand, everyday Azure users are just going to see things getting faster or cheaper as Maia 200 rolls out, right? And then on the other hand, AI developers can jump in now via that SDK and preview. They can test and prepare their apps fully to exploit Maia 200. I mean, Ty, that's the best of both worlds, right? And I love the fact that we're involving startups and academics early. That's brilliant. It kind of shows Microsoft really wants to build that community around this chip, and gather that feedback and look at making it better over time.
Oh yeah, definitely. And actually, speaking of making it better, you're going to like this one. So we've already hinted that Maia 200 is just the start of our AI accelerator roadmap. But really, it's actually the second generation of these chips. The first gen were called Maia 100, which were released a few years back, to be fair. And do you know what? We're already planning future versions. So this means as customers, you can count on Azure to keep pushing the envelope on AI hardware, but also making sure that your investment and Azure AI offerings are now on that improvement curve, with new chips like Maia 300 or 400 maybe coming online in the future.
It's kind of like knowing that your cloud provider is going to bring you better and better engines under the hood without us as customers really even having to lift a finger.
Exactly. And that's the nicest thing. So continuous performance and efficiency gains over time.
Fantastic stuff. Look, okay, so Ty, let me try and recap everything you just told me. We'll try and focus on the key points and try and reiterate why Maia 200 really does matter. So Maia 200 is Microsoft's new AI accelerator chip for inference. It's built in-house to run AI models faster and more cost effectively. So it makes Microsoft's big move into custom AI silicon alongside all those other industry giants. Point one. Next up, if we look at it from an industry and a Microsoft impact perspective, it's really showing that Microsoft is serious about that vertical integration in AI. It's competing with NVIDIA's GPUs and others, but this could really lower Microsoft costs. There'll be less need to buy those external GPUs essentially. And it's going to give Microsoft a bit of a tech edge, which in turn potentially is going to, well, it will benefit all our customers. So from a competition point of view, it's going to up the ante for cloud services right across the industry, right, Ty? Business benefits maybe. So for Azure customers, better price performance, that 30% increase on an improvement across the board. There's going to be higher throughput for those big AI tasks, and really it's going to be future ready infrastructure for those next gen models as they get released. So it's also going to have enterprise grade reliability since it's seamlessly integrated into Azure's data centers with a full security and support baked in. So, that's amazing. And I guess finally, if we're leveraging the Maia 200 chip in and of itself, so many are going to get those benefits automatically without needing to do a thing across their Azure services as that chipset is rolled out across various regions. However, if you want to get hands-on, there's a new SDK for the Maia 200 that developers and early adopters can really join in. It's in preview right now, but jump in, start playing about with that and see how you can get every piece of goodness out of the chips. So they can really test their own AI models on the hardware. They can really prepare for that general availability of the chip as it comes. So, as rollout, as you said, Ty, I think it started in the US, few regions in the US. It's rolling out globally now over time. So businesses can really plan to deploy all those intensive AI workloads on Azure, using Maia to achieve more with less cost. So I guess if I were to sum this up, Maia 200 equals faster AI, lower cost, Ty, would you agree? I mean,
Absolutely.
it's such a big deal for Microsoft and for any organization tapping into AI and AI on Azure specifically. We're looking at a future where AI gets increasingly efficient and really accessible at scale, right?
Yeah, and do you know what? That means whether you're building AI powered apps or using AI features in Microsoft products, you're going to see an improvement. But do you know what? It's not just a hardware story. It's about enabling the new AI capabilities in businesses without breaking the bank.
It sure is, Ty. Look, I mean, this has been great. So I guess to our audience, we hope this really does give you a clear picture of what Maia 200 is and really why it matters for your business, and the tech leaders across the industry. It's a really exciting time, and it's great to see these advances kind of making AI more viable and accessible for everybody, right, Ty?
Absolutely. And if you're excited like we are, maybe check out the Microsoft announcements for more details. Or even better, why not sign up for that SDK preview, especially if you've got some type of project in mind.
Oh, absolutely. Let's get on it. So, look, thank you all for watching. That's all for this episode of AzBytes. Thanks for watching, listening. Don't forget to check out some links. We'll put them in the description below if you want to learn more.
And again, same from me. Thank you very much, everybody. We hope we'll see you next time on another bite-sized tech update. Until then, take care and happy innovating.
Bye for now.